Hello. Today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of books I recently purchased. I am always buying many books and I just don't have the time to get round to reading them all. However, when I see a new book, ones that catch my eye because yes, I do judge a book by its cover, I can't resist. So today I'm going to talk about these 4 books that I recently purchased. This book here, I'm just going to show you what it looks like and read a little bit of what it says on the back and what's inside. For copyright reasons, I can't read anything in the actual book. I hope you will enjoy this video and you'll find this relaxing to listen to. I do apologise in advance if I mispronounce a word. I am a little nervous speaking to the camera. So this book here, Dune by Frank Herbert. I saw the movie, if it is a movie, being advertised on TV, and I was quite curious. And I wasn't actually looking for this book, but I saw it pop up as a recommendation, and I remembered seeing this on the TV, and I always like to read the book before the movie. I always feel the book is way better than the movie. So I decided to get this and then I can watch the movie. As you can see, it has a really, really, really pretty illustration on the cover. I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up, but it's like a bronze colour, a deep bronze colour. It's metallic, so it really, really does. It shimmers so nicely. You can see the crescent moon here. And here's the spine. Again, really pretty to look at. And this is the back. I must not fear. Fear is a mind killer. Fear is a little depth that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing, only I remain. Here we have a really nice illustration, although it looks really creepy. Frank Herbert. This is the first time I've heard about this author. I can see he has written a lot of books. So if I enjoy this book a lot, I'll probably read more of his books. Let's just read what's on the short sleeve here. Dune for science fiction phenomenon. I apologise if I mispronounce this name. Paul Atreides, son of Duke Leto Atreides, and all of his family have been sent to the planet Arrakis, having been outmaneuvered by the arch-enemy Baron Harkonnen. Arrakis, also known as Dune, is an arid place but a planet of fabulous wealth, the only source of a drug prized throughout the Galactic Empire, spice. What will happen next will change everything. There are secrets on Dune, known only to the planet's native people, the Freemen. They have been waiting for their moment to make their move. Paul will be brought into the path by terrible events beyond his control. Paul himself is important. He is a child of destiny, a child of prophecy, and within him is the ability to bring the Empire to its knees. Looking at the contents as a map of Dune. I'll just show you the map. Let me show you this first. Again, a really amazing illustration, but really creepy. It looks to be like some sort of worm monster. Don't know why, but I find these kind of monsters really, really creepy. You can see it's many teeth. And there's a person here. So this makes me very intrigued about what the book is about. So I'll probably try to read this book as soon as possible. And here's a map. And there's some reviews here. I know nothing comparable to it except for Lord of the Rings, an astonishing piece of science fiction. Very intriguing. I definitely put that in my to be read very soon pile for sure. But yeah, it's just such a pretty book as well. It looks so nice on the bookshelf. This alone just made me want to buy it. Next, I'll show you this book here, which again, I really like the cover of. This author, Laura Purcell. I do hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. I apologise if I'm not. She's one of my favourite authors, and I've read all of her other books, and I highly recommend her. I recommend you read all her other books. This is her fourth book that she's written. She's written 4 books and a short story. But her books are just, it's hard to describe, but they're set in the Victorian era roundabout, and there's always this creepiness to her books, mystery to the books, supernatural element to it, and also psychological as well. You're just not sure what's really going on, whether it's supernatural or whether it's psychological, and the endings are always really so good, but like it always leaves you left wondering what happened. But yeah, I just definitely perfect reads for like Halloween time or winter, when the nights are long and dark. So definitely recommend you checking her out. This book, The Shape of Darkness, this I will read very soon. And again, the back of it, let's just read what it says. Dripping with atmosphere with a corkscrew plot, Laura Purcell just gets better and better. Stacey Halls. Stacey Halls is another author I've read. I really enjoy her books as well, and again I recommend her books. A story of a woman haunted in every way possible. It's a future Gothic classic. Gothic classic is a good book to describe it, the kind of genre it is. Every bit as brilliant as I knew it would be. It truly kept me guessing to the very last page. Beautifully eerie, yeah. Again, the books have this creepy eeriness theme going through it. I'm not going to read what's on here because I want to be completely surprised. I don't want to know anything about this book. With some books, I don't like to know what it's about, and sometimes I would just judge it by the title of a cover or by the reviews it has. But here, it's a little narrative of her. And again, these are the 3 books. In fact, it's easier for you to see. Silent Companions, Corset, Bone China. Silent Companions, Bone China. Definitely recommend you read those. Both very creepy and ending just superb. The Corset, I also really love The Corset, but for me, I didn't quite feel it was as creepy as the other 2 books. But again, really good in its own league. maybe if I'm allowed, I might read part of a chapter at some point in the future. Only if I'm allowed to. I'm not quite sure if that's possible, but I would like to. Her books are the kind of books that I don't want it to ever end. And when it ends, I'm always a bit sad. Just 5 out of 5 for me. More. 10 out of 5. 10 out of 10. Yeah. And the next two books I would like to show you are these books here. So Philippa Gregory. She's an author that writes about historical events. So like, you know, like the Tudor times, Henry VIII and his many, many wives, Elizabeth, Mary Queen of Scots. So she writes books from that kind of era, a bit early and a bit later. I haven't read all of the books, but currently I'm reading a book called The Constant Princess, and it's about Catherine of Aragon, Henry VIII's first wife. Her books, she writes them in a way where it's really enjoyable, so it's not like a factual book. It's made in a storytelling whilst learning really interesting things that have happened during that period of time, and you get to understand the princesses and the prince, the kings and queens. So they're really enjoyable. I also recommend her as one of my favourite authors to go to. And these two books are her most recent works. Got Tide Lands, sorry. And then Dark Tides. This is the first book in the series. And again, really pretty cover. We've got a picture of a lady. It says here, country at war, a king beheaded, a woman with a dangerous secret. It is 1648 and the country is in the grip of a bloody civil war. The king is in exile and the people have learnt to keep their allegiances secret. In the tidelands of Sussex, where land and sea join together, the villagers are focused on survival, and those who are different are regarded with suspicion. Without a husband, Eleanor is struggling to make ends meet. The villagers suspect her of possessing dark secrets, and they watch her every move. When she meets James, a man of status who needs a place of refuge for the night, she risks everything to show him the hidden ways across the treacherous marsh, not knowing if she is leading a spy and an enemy into her life. some reviews here. Author crafts her material with effortless ease. Her grasp of social mores is brilliant. The love story rings true, and the research is as ever of the highest caliber. Tidelands is a spellbinding read and an evocative glimpse at a strangely familiar past. A compelling novel that shines a light on the struggles of a 17th century woman. The novel's power lies in Gregory's evocative portrayal of the Tidelands and the everyday lives of those who are bound to them. It tells the story of a poverty-stricken woman living in the murky tidelands of the Sussex coast. If this novel is the first sign of what's to come, then readers are in for a treat. That makes me really excited to read this. I actually had no idea what this book is about, so it's the first time me reading anything about it, and I'm very excited to read this. The second book, which I believe follows from the first book, so I'll just read the back of it. Midsummer Eve, 1670. A turbulent time to seek the truth. A wealthy man waits outside a poor London warehouse to meet with Eleanor, the woman he failed 21 years before. He has everything to offer: money, land, status. He believes she has the only thing he cannot buy: his son, an heir. Meanwhile, in New England, Eleanor's brother Ned cannot find justice in the New World. As the King's revenge stretches across the Atlantic and turns the pioneers against each other and against the American Indians. Then a beautiful widow, Livia, arrives from Venice. She claims Eleanor as her mother-in-law and has come with the news that Eleanor's son Rob has drowned in the dark tides of a lagoon. But is this true, or could this woman be an imposter? Immaculately researched and superbly told. A gripping read spanning London, Venice, and New England, all beautifully observed by Gregory. The author crafts the material with effortless ease. Her grasp of social mores is brilliant. The love story rings true, and the research is, as ever, of the highest caliber. Yeah, with Philippa Gregory, she does a lot of research into her books. When she writes books, she reads up a lot about what happened in those times and about the people. So I believe everything she's written is as accurate as what the material she can get a hold of in her research. And she puts that into all her books, but writes it in a story where it's really enjoyable to read and it's not heavy to read. It's like, often I'm tired at the end of the day of working, and I'm always reading her books, and I stay awake and I don't fall asleep, and I get excited and just want to carry on reading and find out what happens next. But yeah. I just wanted to share with you my mini book haul. and I'll probably make another video similar to like this, because I'm always reading books, and I get a monthly subscription book box that arrives every month, so I might do an unboxing of those going forward. And I hope I get a bit more confident in these videos. I'm mainly doing this to share my love of books and the things that interest me, and share it with other people who find it interesting. Also, I hope this is relaxing for you to listen to. I am a little bit nervous, a little bit shy, but I hope I overcome it. And as always, I apologise if I mispronounce a word or yeah. That's my cat in the background. She's always sleeping beside me. So with this, I'll end the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have gotten this far, I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful day, or have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. Take care.